Alrighty. What's up, my people of the YouTubes? What is up, everybody? I see we got Steven already in the chat. You know it's going to be a good stream when Steven is in the chat. On a timely matter, by the way. What's up, Steven? How you been, brother? All right. So, what do we got planned out for today? I have a track here that I was messing with the other day. This was off stream. I started messing around with it pretty late at night, and I'm like, you know, this sounds really cool. And I know an artist who would love to do something like this. Yeah, we're gonna kick some ass on this, man. What are you going to write for? Oh wait, hold on. My monitor sucks at like. What are we going for? What are we going for tonight? North Lane. Man, I wish I could do North Lane. No, I'm not Chris, unfortunately. I'm not that talented. But I do have an artist that goes by the name of Paradox. They're kind of in the strays of being like an anonymous kind of band. And their style is like, I could really do whatever I want with these guys. Like, their lead singer's like super cool with me messing around with stuff. So they might actually join the stream tonight. Their sound is kind of more like, it's kind of experimental. They don't mind like doing like trap, hip hop, kind of like stuff like that, as long as there's like some metal elements to it. So I was messing around with something, and it kind of gave me the vibes of like Falling in Reverse, that song, God is a Weapon. And that's kind of the vibe that we're going for this track. So we're going to be messing around with some stuff like that. And I already kind of have a skeleton of it. I just need to like figure out what a breakdown's going to be and what's going to come after it, and maybe change some of the sounds, because I use Splice for some of the ideas. But Splice is like really terrible sometimes at like time alignment. Like even if you put it at the tempo where it's supposed, where it belongs, it kind of freaks out a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go back and fix some of these pads and stuff. But so far the idea seems pretty damn cool. So we're gonna be messing around with some stuff like that, and let's open up the Logic or stream over here. So this is what I got so far for the track. Don't mind all these serums. These are not all serum. As you guys know, I'm a little disorganized when I start writing. I just started hitting like, you know, duplicate and start writing synths. But let me get this incense a little bit further away from me. I got this incense burning over here, but it's a little strong. I'm gonna move it over here. Smells great, but damn. Damn, that's a strong smell, bruh. So, this is the idea we got so far. Nothing is in stone yet. I'm gonna probably end up changing a lot of things. I gotta balance out the drums, right? Because when you're trying to balance out like, you know, electronic drums with MIDI, you know, real drums and stuff, it's a little weird. But anyway, this is kind of the skeleton that we got going on for now. I'm gonna probably end up changing most of this stuff. It is a great song, man. That song is a jam. Yeah, pretty much. So the idea is to get like this kind of like, you know, kind of a bit more cemented. This part here with the drums, this is where you could kind of hear like Splice kind of doing its stupid stuff. It's like the drums kind of go out of line from the pads. So I got to fix these pads down here and tighten those things up. I think that for the intro, I'm heavily basing it off of God is a Weapon, so I think for the intro, we're gonna lo-fi some of this stuff here because the drums are like very like gated and lo-fi in that song. So we're gonna be doing some stuff. But for now, I think the starting point would be to get these pads, especially these down here. like figure out what sounds we want to use for this, and good start. Yeah, it's a pretty decent little start. Sometimes I like to start a little bit slow, and just kind of like feel out what we're gonna do before I start going like too ham on it. So I haven't sent it to them yet, but I told him about it, and he's totally down for it. Like I said, like these guys are great. Like they let me do whatever, pretty much. Sometimes they send me like piano parts, and they're like, "Hey Miguel, we want kind of this idea, but we want the idea to be kind of like something darker, like sinister." And I'm like, "I got you, bro." They go based off of like mood, you know, which is phenomenal for me because as the writer, it's like it opens a world of possibilities. So we're going to be messing around with that there. So what we're going to do is let's get an instance of, well, first of all, let me put the track flex on this. Let me put a pitch flex on this because I need to flex time. No, we want flex pitch. It's because I'm going to turn this into MIDI. All these little files are going to be MIDI. I know it's a little weird. It looks kind of, I don't know if that's going to work for Serum, but at least it'll give us the root notes. So let's go here. And at least it'll give us a MIDI track we can go off. The pitch kind of, it's kind of bends. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll work it out. Let's just get Serum over here. Yeah, we're gonna be using Serum for this. I know that for the guitars, I used a it's kind of an 8-string tuning on my 6. So I had to like go into the DI enhancer. Where is it? And I used a 7-string live DI. It just sounded the best for this. So this is what the guitars sound like. There's like all the noise. All that stuff is already sidechained to the kick drum. So, like I said, that's going to change anyway. I just kind of wanted to get an idea flushed out. But let's figure out these dumb little pads over here because these dumb little pads are going to drive me crazy, bray. I know I bash on Serum, but we're going to end up using Serum for this. I don't even know what. Da-na-na. I think that's it. Let me lower the volume of that. Ah, that gets closer. And then that stays on that note, so. And we stay here. So it just loops. All right, good. We might change up some of this notation later. Let's see. We might change some of that notation. Now let's make a cool pad out of this. Let me mute this for now because that's pretty much all we're going to need. That pad just kind of does the same thing over and over again. But like I said, like sometimes Splice is very did I say Serum earlier? Splice. Splice is a little weird sometimes. Like sometimes it like trying to align like pads and stuff like that, it's not really like on the beat, so it makes everything kind of sound sloppy, especially when you bring in like perfectly timed drums. So we're gonna go our ways with that. And then we're gonna bring these to like I said, some of these notes might change, but for now I kind of dig the idea. Now let's figure out what we're gonna do over here with Serum. So it's a very like ethereal pad. I know for sure I want some more voices in there. What kind of wave do I want? I want like a clean sine wave. That's kind of what I want. And let's bring in the filters on no, this one. All right, good. Kind of a little simple for the start. All right, so the vision's coming to life. Let me see. Do I want to do any kind of like a pulsing kind of synth? I'm not sure. We're going to figure it out. Let's see if I move this to the cutoff here. Got a little bit of a wiggle to it. Yeah? Kind of like that little bit of movement on there. Let's bring some reverb into this. Let's use some of the reverb. Some of the reverb. Wider. Yeah, nice little eerie intro. It's a bit too much reverb. Zero dampness. That's good. That way it's not too crazy. Let's bring a little bit of chorus onto this. I just want a little bit. Started very nice and eerie, you know? Okay, so what we're going to do with this is that this little part here, these little bells, I don't know if I kind of like them, to be honest with you. I kind of like that more. Just subtle, you know? I kind of like the rhythm changing there a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of a, let's do a duplicate here on splice. This is going to be the pads. And then we're going to add here like little bells. Little bells. Let's delete that. Let's bring little bells into here. I like that a lot more. Actually, for the intro, I might even make it shorter because right now it's a little too lengthy. And we're trying to go over something that's a bit more commercial and like structured. So yeah, we're just going to start it there. So let's bring this stuff over here. We're just going to start it here. Yeah. We be throwing down, slagging, put it, da. What's that rapper's name? I don't know that rapper's name. Oh man, that's terrible. All right, so let's gate this kick drum a little bit. Let's get a little bit of a stuff going on over here. Over here. Where's my slate? So let's open up a, let's go with a EQ, not EQ, sorry, a gate, drum gate. Yeah, it's gotta be. We can't have all these running kicks over here, so I'm gonna change the drum beat slightly. Let me get this stuff like where I want it to. Let's add another rack here. Let's put another gate on this thing. Okay. I like the gated drums. Now let's do something a little bit crazier. I like how like soft it comes in, but we're gonna mess around with the drums. And I think it's mainly due to these hi-hats giving it a little bit too much energy, so we're gonna change this to something like dun, dun, dun. Something like that. I am gonna layer probably like different kick drum sounds. You guys will see what I mean in a minute. And then we're gonna make a pre-chorus. So for this part, I might change all of this stuff and just keep it simple and make this third repetition like the pre-chorus. All right, my brain was like completely gone on that one. I don't even know what the hell I was saying. Little melodies coming. Yeah. All right, sweet. I love that. So, verse is rather simple. I want to see if I can make it just a little bit more like President. And what I mean is that I want to add like some like little vocal touches to it and stuff. But let me let's get this volume right, because right now there's a drastic difference from this to this. So let me get these on a bus. Would 11 work? Yeah, let's do the E kit. Let's do an E kit over here. So we're hitting like 9 dB there on that. And what are the drums hitting? Yeah, they're pretty good leveled off. Sweet. I kind of like it like that with no like low end. It's just kind of like this thing, just letting the 808 do its own thing. So yeah, I'm kind of digging them shit. I'm really happy with that. So I wanted some little sprinkles here and there. So for this, we're definitely gonna need to go to Splice. And the song is in drop F, I think. If that's right. Let me see. No, I think it's double drop D. Let me see and make sure. Yeah, we're in octave D. Double drop D, so stupid heavy. Let's find some vocals here. Let's see what we can find, my boys. What is this? Under My Skin, R&B. Let's try it, you never know. Okay, so let's see, let's adjust this tuning here. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I haven't really messed around with this, but it's a pretty cool looking sample pack. That might work slowed down, so let me get the Splice to link over here. Splice not found. Come on, guys. I have Splice open like right here. Bruh. Let me see. It's being stupid. You could chill to this all day. This is a vibe. Waiting for the Splice out. Dude, it's like open. It's like right here. There you go. Oh, there you go. Now I would figure it out. Come on, bridge. There we go. All right, so now let's see. Let's go to the key of D. Like really low in the background. Like that. Let me see if I could just go to vocals. I want those vocals in there. Where was it? Was it this one? No, this one. Yeah. Let's slow them down a little bit. Let me move my phone over here. Let's try to like half speed. Oh, that sounds sexy. I'm gonna slice that up, but that's good. I like that. Especially for like the pre-chorus, we might definitely do some cool stuff, but let's see what we can do. Let's see if I tied in some parts over here. Let's see. So I gotta let that reverb tail kind of do its thing. So let's do a little bit of processing on this, because then that's gonna sound really, really awkward. I'm gonna use Valhalla for this. I've been using this plugin for like ever. The Supermassive. And of course, it decided to not work. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we could get. Like a, oh. Yeah, let's cut that there. We're getting rhythmic with it, you know what I'm saying? So let's see if we cut some of this stuff off here. Random words, random mumbles. Random little mumbles. Then here. Yeah. Yeah, that slaps. Just goes right into like death. Down. Dun, dun, dun. Let's get the vibe. Okay, for that I use this, so I could filter those out a little bit more. Okay, cool. Might change that melody in the chorus too, but for this one I'm going to filter these out a little bit more. I kind of want to make them sound like they're fucked up. Yeah, that's kind of. The whole thing with this is like just a touch, you know, just a little bit goes a long way when you're writing like soft beats like this. I think I am going to put a sub underneath the kick drum to kind of fill it out a little bit more. But for now, what I'm going to do is, I don't even know if I want to compress it really, because to me it sounds great. Let me just add a bit more body to it. Where's my SSL? Let's crank up like the 50. That's where I like it. That's what I was looking for. A little bit of that lo-fi sound in there. I just do it by cutting out the top end, so I just grab this knob and just... Yeah. So now I could still add a little bit of sub underneath this kick. I'm gonna do it with a Logic plugin, sub bass. Pretty much it's just gonna like make frequencies underneath the kick drum. Let me find a preset for it that works. Sub enhancer. So that's what it's doing. Let me go to the lower end. I don't want it to be too crazy, but I do want it to be like, let's go to like in the 50 hertz. There we go. So that's the low end. Hey. I still want it to, like, you know, when you play it in the car, like the subs move. You get me? Body. Body, yaddy, yaddy. That's right, Maddie. Okay, so yeah, I still want to move like the subs underneath, like the car. You get me? I want a bit of the, you know what I'm saying? We kind of need the bit of the balls down there. And I know, listen, I know I give Waves plugins a lot of shit, but I actually had to, I was able to reuse my Waves plugins because it's been a while. And I finally decided to just bite the bullet and just get like Curves Resolve and R-Bass. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of like Wave plugins. But obviously the G over here. Kind of happy with like 90 aroundish. Tie that bass together. So for the second half, I do want to use real drums instead of these for the second verse over here. So we're going to get rid of this stuff here. And then we're just going to go verse. I'm just going to copy over the drums for the... Oh, wait, I didn't need to delete the drums. I did a stupid. Now that we have all this stuff like tightened up over here, I'm going to just drag this over. If I can do this in a way where it's... what is this supposed to be? Are these hi-hats? I might still use the hi-hats, the E-hats. I kind of like how they sound. So we're going to bring it over here because I want this to be a little bit sooner. Then we're gonna boom, blast the R. So the whole vibe of the beginning was like really lo-fi. I want to kind of bring that over here again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to filter out the whole drum kit and automate it to come in halfway through. So let's do it with no. I want to do it with like no cymbals. I like the E-hats that we have, so get rid of the. So dot dot dot. So it's let me get this right. So dot dot. So here. These are like really soft drums, so I might have to change this a little bit, but dot dot. I got no snare there, and then it's kick again here. So okay, the loop is here. This is the loop. So this is the drum loop here. Let's copy this stuff over here, and then what we're gonna do is let me get rid of these kick drums over here. Those are like way harder than whatever I'm doing over here. So let's bring these all to like, I'll bring them to like 120, then bring them down from there. I don't want it to be like super hard. And I might add like a clap underneath it. So let's do like this. Yeah, let's bring these up a little bit more. All right. So why is it not triggering? Oh, I see why. Okay, because on the okay. So it sounds deep like that because I had to like bounce the kicks down to sidechain them, so I gotta get rid of this. So essentially these kick drums here are all sidechained, so I'm gonna get rid of these. Don't really need them for now. We'll do the sidechaining after. If I go into hi-hats, okay. Let's get rid of these hi-hats here. I might bring them back, not sure. All right, so we have refined the skeleton. We have refined the skeleton. So let me lower the levels of these. I'm going to do the guitar tuning thing that I do sometimes, where I'm going to pitch correct the hell out of these guitars, if I didn't already. Where is it? There it is. No! Where is it? No, it's automation. Jesus. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna pitch correct the hell out of these. because we got so many synthesizers. I mean, the guitar, I did tune it, obviously, as you can tell, it is tuned. But a lot of like these songs nowadays, they're made with like Evertune guitars, and Evertune guitars are like perfectly, like, they never go out of tune. So the guitars kind of sound like synths, really. So I'm just gonna like pitch the shit out of it like that, and just a little bit of the vibrato. There we go. See how much tighter that sounds than it just like being like a, you know, a random guitar that just like comes in and plays. That is the same thing done here. Nope. So let's get these. Little trick for you. Little trick for you. It only works on like single noted guitar stuff. Don't go too crazy, because sometimes the pitch corrector on these things, they kind of don't like being, you know, they don't like kind of being aggressively messed with a little, you know, too much, but sweet. And then I'm going to bring one of these up here. It's got to kind of mimic this over here. But we're going to bring... We're going to bring this an octave down. So D1, we're going to go down to D... guitar tone. Yeah, I'm assuming you're saying it's killer. This thing like kind of is killer. Thank you, Bray. Thank you, Bray. It's like my own little. As you can see over here on the left side, it's a bit of a clusterfuck of a guitar tone. I normally don't like to use that many plugins, but especially to get some that's like double drop D to cut in the mix, you kind of have to do some crazy shit. So I use a combination of stuff. I think the majority of it is coming from really ToneForge. Because if I turn it off... So if I turn it off... let me loop. Right, listen to the top end when I turn it off. It's not like as piercing, you know? So the 7, this is doing a lot with the level matching. With the you know, the DI match. And then really the rest of it just boosting the shit out of the top end. Like, I got the capitator here with the tone up. This is distorting the DI. So I'll just run through the chain real quick so you guys can hear it. The thing is that you might not be able to hear the... Because I got 2 amps going on over here. And this is just overdrive. Yeah, we got more drive. More drive into drive that drives. And this one I could kind of kill. All right. It might be a little too overkill to use 2 archetype plugins, but whatever. But this is the DI. I just used the beefy G setting on the capitator, and then I pretty much rolled up the distortion and brought up the tone. Then you have, I mean, then we added some more saturation with this, a little bit of this overdrive here with the tone all the way up. Then obviously the amp. And the amp probably has more processing on it too. Yeah, so you can tell it's like fucking stupid curve. I'm gonna tighten up those guitars later though, because there's a little bit of like scratchy stuff I don't like. And then the rest of it is just like EQ, side widener. I was confused the name, and a little bit of 1176 in there to keep that transient and and they're tight. So I was considering getting RX, like the art, like the R bass, RX, whatever the hell it's called. So I don't know. We'll figure it out, because it might tighten up the guitar even a little bit more. So, but for now, I'm kind of digging how it sounds tone wise. When I start like bouncing on the mix and I get vocals in here, it might change, but I still want to keep that guitar attack to like people know there's a guitar into it, because there's so many synth layers underneath it to make it sustain like that. Like if I take off these synth layers, it wouldn't even sound the same. Like if I take off like if I get rid of, I'll get rid of the most of these are alt textures. If I get rid of it and it's just like bass and hold on, let me get bass. Let me put bass guitar. If I play it like this, it's gonna sound, the impact is just not. Meh. Meh. But you add those layers back in. Now you fill up that spectrum, you know? There you go. I think one of these is out of touch. So it's F. So what is this playing? Oh, this is G, you see? I knew something was off. I heard it. One of them is still fucking up. Is it this? Is it the bass guitar? It sounds like one of them is like kind of. Let me see. F, yes. There it is. I knew it. That was a stupid one that I was hiding. You see what it was just sneaking. Sneaking. All right, so I can copy and paste these. Split this here. Let's move these over here. Because the chorus is kind of the same thing double. I wanted to keep that effect of it sounding like huge. It's huge. It's bigly. It's huge. Ah, bruh. All right, so we're going to go here. There we go. Now, hear it. Sounds better when everything's in tune. All right, sweet. A little bit of the rhythm change there is kind of nice. Because we could kind of go a little bit crazy there. Let's bring this beat a little bit more back. That gong. Something like that. All right, cool. I'm probably gonna add like a little bit of hi-hats to it. Just yeah, you know what? I kind of have to get rid of these. So if I could do like a little triplet into here. Like a little. What if I do like an open one? No. It would be here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna make this one sound softer. Yes. Now we're getting a vibe. Let's see how far I want to go with this. I messed up there. Let's see how much of a vibe we can put here. I don't want to do it like every time. Dot. Kind of gives me like Kendrick Lamar vibes, you know, like I'll pull up, drank. So for this one, we're gonna go. Oh, like the little open hi-hat there. Yeah, I like the little open hi-hat feel there. Wow. Okay, let me make sure these are in the right. Yeah, they're quantized. Okay, so these I gotta move. Let's get these over here to be the octave. And these gotta do the same, because I forgot I pushed the octave over here. There we go, now that bass coming. So let's do a little drum break here. Like a little tom thing. Come on, drum. Wow, that's nuts. Why is that one so low? Let's do a snare build up over here. So let's bring the velocity down. Kind of like doing these. Snapping. We're snapping into place now. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna do my own kind of like little sub drop here. I'm not gonna use like a bass drop. I'm going to use the JST thing, the sub destroyer. We can put it in stereo. Who cares? We'll mess around with some stereo stuff. We're gonna put it in stereo just so I can do like a crazy bass drop that's not like that. Something like that. We're going to distort it. Just because it's a little bit cleaner than a bass drop. Let's put that there. So what's the last note on the guitars here? Or really on the MIDI here. What's the... So it's F. Let me go lower so I could hear it a little better. So F. D maybe? Yeah, let's do D. D kind of resolves that whole chorus. So let's go with D. And I'm going to do the same thing octave. Let's go octave there. Let's go octave. Sweet. Nah, do I want to do a pitch bend? Let's do a pitch bend. Let's try it. Let's pitch bend the MIDI here. Let me see, because Logic hates pitch bends sometimes. I wonder if there's a way that I could just write it here. No. How was it? I forgot how it was. There used to be a way that I could just write. Is it the pencil tool? So it's a T and P. So T, P. Well, you learn something new every day, bruh. Bruh. Listen, you learn something new. I'm not like the best at like shortcuts with Logic. I'm horrible at it. And most of the time it's because when I have artists in here, I'm just recording their vocals. So all I got to know is like R, comp, and, you know, just kind of like, but I have been trying to learn a little bit of like more shortcuts into Logic just because I kind of like learned it as the basic stuff. Like I've been using Logic for like, it's got to be like, what, 10 years already since I had my old 2013 MacBook Pro, which we're using for like, well, we used to use it for backing tracks. Well, we don't use it anymore. So I've had Logic all this time, and I've never really bothered to sit down and like learn every single little shortcut. But now that I'm kind of like on YouTube doing this kind of stuff, I kind of need to. But, you know, sometimes it's kind of nice to just be a caveman. It's kind of nice to just be a caveman sometimes and be like, hey, bro, I don't know what the fuck, you know? I don't know a lot of the shortcuts. I just kind of like do it. I know there's things that I can do, and if I can't do it, I'll figure it out. You know what I might do there? I might actually change the bass line. Something that's a bit more pulsing. So what we're going to do is, let's bring this one over here. Let's add some R bass to this. Yeah. Let's make this bass line a little bit more pulsing. And we're going to do that. Let's do it in Serum. Let's mess with envelope. I think it was envelope 2. Yeah. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah. Kind of like that. I want to pulse a little bit harder though. So maybe if I bring down the sustain. Make the second chorus a little bit wider. Do I want to change the clip set? That's too much. That's pretty cool. It changes the verse a little bit, you know? Now, we have the option of making the second verse shorter. I could make it shorter and slap right into the chorus to kind of keep the momentum of the song up, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because if I listen to that song, you know, God as a Weapon, they kind of do that. So I think that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to, let's get rid of this beginning stuff that we have here. Yeah, we don't need this stuff. I don't even need these hi-hats, really. I get rid of this stuff. And let's push these over here. That doesn't belong there anymore. And this one gets cut somewhere here, if I remember right. We'll figure that out. But I know it was a few of them, and then it just went straight into chorus. So we can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's put these over here. Bring this over here. I don't need these snares anymore, which is the reason why it's fucking with the sound. Yeah. Sweet. So I'm going to get rid of this stuff there because I fixed all this stuff here. So let's bring these over here. Alrighty. Now, I do have this little melody throughout the whole chorus that does like that dun 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 dun. I might get rid of that. Might get rid of that. And we might do something else, but I do want to kind of mess around with these vocals a little bit more. Make them sound a little bit wider. So what I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably bring another one of these instances down here. Let's start from the beginning. Let's see what we can get away with here. Because these I could make them sound real crazy because we're in the chorus now, you know? Yeah, I kind of dig that, really. Yeah, it gives it like a different, like a bit of energy, you know? If I could find a different one, maybe. Let's try to find a different one. Let's find a different vocal that'll fit here. Let's see, because I don't want you guys to go deaf. I'm just going to loop without playing anything. I need splice to work. So let's go. I'm going to find similar sounds. That might actually be kind of cool. Not confirmed. That's a bit too crazy. That's not a vocal, but... That's like a bass guitar. Be kind of cool. Wow, beautiful. Let me bring that to a regular speed. I could probably blend those. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna blend those. So, show you guys how I'm gonna do that in a sec over here. But we're going to blend these together like so. cut this one here. Let's get an idea for what we're doing. Kind of like that. We're going to kind of do a blend of both. Let's bring this over here. That little down, is that from this one? No, that's from this one. It is kind of like a washed out kind of reverb vocal, but I kind of dig it for little effects like this. So let's bring this one here and let's bring this out a little bit more. So we're just kind of making like a Frankenstein out of the same one. I might pitch it up. Like some of them might sound a little bit weird like that, but I think if we smooth it out. So we're going to see how that sounds, and if not, we could always mess around. There you go. It's a nice little vocal effect. Kind of dig it. Well, you know what I can do here? We can get a little fancy with it. We could actually go to, I could slow it down over here so it kind of follows that bass line. So let's slow it down. Might be a little too drastic, actually. Sometimes, you know, you think things are going to work and you're like, it sounds a little stupid. So maybe like if we go like halfway. Sweet. All right, so I'm gonna go to my reference now. You guys should not be able to hear this, but I want to hear what happens. I think after there's like a ambient part, then it goes into like heavy breakdown. So I want to make sure that I get that. I think the song relatively is actually pretty short. Let me see, how long is this song? Oh, no, it's actually 3 minutes and 35 seconds. But let me jam it out and see what we got. What we got for the ending of it. So after the second chord. Chorus. Okay, so I see what they do. Okay, so they go into like pretty much the heavy part right after that. So, how far are we into the song? Because minutes are important, so we need to kind of keep it like around 3. I don't think we're anywhere near 3. So we're at 139. So, okay, so we're at 130. So we got space for like breakdown, bridge, chorus. So let's see. I kind of have an idea for the breakdown. I want to do something that goes like bow, 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 bow. So let's go to bow. We're gonna start straight off with the breakdown. So we're just gonna start straight balls to the wall. Bow, down, 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 down. Down. Let me give you guys what the YouTube people like. You know, the breakdowns. The melodic stuff is cool, but I know you guys want the breakdown. So I'm just gonna follow the rhythm that I have in my head. Down, 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 down. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. There we go. That's pretty much the basic drum groove that I have for this. So let's get the git fiddle now. Let's do a little loop here. All right, git fiddle, where are you at? So we're going to hit it with the bow. Now, I might have a little bit of latency from all the plugins that I got running. But we'll see. So it's going to be like... So... Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. To really tighten up that gate. Maybe I might do a little run. Not sure. I don't know. I don't think so. But we'll figure it out. So. Bow. I'm going to pick it all down. You know what? The softer pick actually sounds better. Yeah, I'm gonna use a softer pick because sometimes like the hard, but you guys gotta like really learn this difference. Like hard and soft picks make a big difference in the tone of the guitar. So like if I try to go all the way through the string with a hard pick, it will slap the fret in a really weird way. But with a soft pick, you can kind of like snap all the way through it, and because the tuning is so low, it makes it sound tighter. So that's what we're gonna do. I think we might have to cut this distortion down a little bit more. All right, we're gonna do that like note at a time, but that's what we're gonna be messing with. So just whip out the nice magical tuner. Oh, hold on. Not on this one. On this one. And we'll do some like some ambient guitar tremolo stuff in the background. So it'll be cool. It'll come together. So let's see if I got. I'm just gonna loop it. Yeah. I might even quad track that. Might even do a quad track of that. So let's do it. I'm going to do it without the scratches first. So let's do... I'm going to do it note by note because it's going to sound way too sloppy. So let's go with a... do that one at a time because some of those were a little, some of them were a little wonky, some of them were good. These two opens were pretty good. I'm trying to find the consistency. So let's bring these down here. This is where the boring part begins. Now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna tighten all this stuff up. So. That already sounds disgusting. Like in a good way. That sounds disgusting already. So we got all the synth layers too. That's going to be sick. Now, why did you end up cutting there? I don't want you to cut there. I want you to cut here. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. See what I mean? Like, is the note even there? Somewhat. Not really, but... Down, 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 down. I'm just gonna get the editing right, and then we'll fix it around. So let me do my note by note. So the opens, at least the opens are... So down, down. It might actually be a little bit too much of the decapitator tone. So if I gotta automate this, I will. Yeah, it's the tone. So let me like here. Let's compensate. Okay, I see how I gotta pick it. Okay. There we go. So everything from there on out was kind of on the right ballpark there. So down, 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 down. Down, down. Am I even in the right place? Nope, I'm in the wrong place. Down, 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 down. That's pretty cool too, but I kind of want it to be more on the drum. There we go. That's where I want it. Down, 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 down. So down, down. And down. So I could copy the same note here. Okay, good. So now let's get the same note again. Okay. We think we got it now, so never the first one. Never the first. All right, so this is the one we're gonna use because I know that everything from here on out sounded pretty clean. So down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Oh no! Disgusting. Disgusting. Love how nasty. Okay, we go. So down, 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 down. I don't know if I'm gonna do the bend. It would be interesting to do the bend, but we're gonna see because bends are already difficult enough. Down, 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 down. I did 2 of them just in case. I like the second one more. I really don't even need the last open note because I could just get it from the beginning. I kind of wanted to have that robotic sound to it. It's a little close there, but we got it. Oh, did I do these a little too fast? Ah, there we go. We'll just fix it like that. Down, 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 down. Oh, that might actually be the move. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Hey. We're getting jumpy with these riffs now, huh? We're getting a little jumpy with these riffs now. Now we're getting let's make this a little bit short. Ho 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 ho. Look, I didn't even pick up a note over here. What is this? What is this? Then we're gonna cut this one out. We don't need that one. That might be something to do for the second half. That might be something to do for the second half, but for the first half, I kind of wanted to play all the way through. So let's see. This is kind of our breakdown loop. Down, 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 down. Alrighty. Kind of digging that. Let me make sure I got all these notes in the right place, so they're not all like crazy faded like this. See what I mean? Your boy just kind of loses some. I don't know why these time stretch when I put them on here. It's the weirdest fucking thing. I swear to God. Ban out. Let's go there. Let me not kill that guitar transient. See, when you're doing stuff, Bray. Let me not kill that transient there. The guitar transient stays there. That one stays there. There's a little sneaking back there. You saw a little sneaking it was doing, bruh? We can't come on. We can't have these transients doing this, bro. What is this? What the hell is this? You're from all the way over there. All right, so that's supposed to go there. Down, 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 down. There we go. Dude, this has to be tight. Like, we have to go like over the top editing with this to really make this pop. The hell happened here? Okay, I see. So you just decided to be a little bit stupid. There we go. Bow, bum, 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 bum. So that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so let's see. If I go back to flex pitch, is gonna mess with it. Oh, perfect. All right, good. I didn't really disturb it too much. I mean, kind of. But I could always fix these here. And these don't matter because these are just gonna loop over and over again. I don't know what causes it to time stretch this way. But at least we have a note here now. Should I cut it like right before that snare? Yeah, it sounds it's gonna be more impactful if I do it that way. Yeah, that's the right vibe. Use and select the following. Paste on matching objects, bro. Why you gotta be so stupid? Why is my computer being stupid? Okay, so this is the breakdown after the chorus. Okay, sweet. So now we're gonna definitely do a double track of that. So let's go here, let's go here. I'm gonna find a tone that's a little bit like not too crazy. So we're gonna go here. Let's go to here. Let's go to guitar layer, and then we're gonna add our amazing amp over here. I'm using Nolly as the main amp. I might just use the Petrucci for this one. Not sure. We'll figure it out as we do it. Down, down, down. All right, so let's bring this to input 1. So let's see. Get some input over here. I may want to use just a ribbon mic. Let me turn this. Let's see, if we gotta mess around with it later, we will, but that's kind of what I want. I think I can play it through all the way and it'd be clean. I forgot there were stops there, but that's fine. I could always chop them up, so. We'll do the little stops over here as we kind of get it rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. See what I mean? I don't know why it does that. I'm just gonna like chop it up and do whatever I want with it, so. So, bow. So where does this go? Down, 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 down. Wait, hold on. Was it? Okay. That's a little weird. I honestly thought I did that note longer. Let's do it again. I really thought I did that note longer. It's starting to sound like slamming in my ears, so we might even do the chorus double track, really. There we go. Bow. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Oh, I gotta sustain that. I'm getting confused with all the stops now. Hey. Hey. Oh yeah. Would you like a refreshing taste of this breakdown I'm about to like slap right at you, Bray? Why do I keep doing this here? Whatever. I just think that this thing's being stupid. I'm just gonna time stretch it. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anyone. That's about right. About right. Not perfectly right, but it's about right. Yeah, in case you guys don't know, I am Cuban. Once in a while, my Cuban does come out. Once we blend that in there, that's gonna like slap. That's gonna slap. Straight slappage out of the box. Bow, 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 bow. All right. Okay, so let's see how these are going to work as layers underneath it. Yeah. Oh, I see what the problem is. Down, down. No wonder I was recording it wrong, man. See? When you catch the stupidity. It's alright, so we can bring these over here now. So now I'm not going to have any... I shouldn't have had any phasing issues anyway, but... Let's time this one up, whatever. That's better. Now it's starting to make sense, where I was like, why is that part coming out so stupid? Alright. Now... Da 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 da. All right, do I want this here? Or do I want it shorter? Yeah, I kind of like it shorter. That's not what she said. It kind of just throws the riff back at you with that open one. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit it with that, bruh. We're going to smack that right there, bruh. Smack that all on the floor. Smack that. Give me some more. We're going to hit that shit with the smack right. We're going to do that. We're going to do that guitar booty smack right in that breakdown, right? We're going to hit it with the... Hit it with the... Oh yeah, I could see that whole thing being a whole ordeal right there. So now that we got that track, now let's get some of the layers in here. So we can get the I'm gonna do the same thing where I'm going to like pitch correct the hell out of it. Because like I said, we're gonna be adding a lot of synths and they weren't like too out of tune, but you know, just a little bit of it, kind of like with synths, it'll kind of destroy a layer, you know? What is this, bro? What, bruh? Come on. What are you doing, bruh? When logic goes stupid. There we go. Hey, look, I'm missing a note here, too. Sometimes logic do be stupid. Okay. That sounds so much tighter already, dude. Like, this is gonna be, like, straight slappage, bro. Like, we're gonna see people fighting. You know, it's just gonna be people just getting beat up. I'm gonna... This is gonna be people getting, like, beat up, you know, just one hell of a fight. And let's bring the vibrato down on it. Like, let's bring it down at a good, a substantial amount. So now the whole mission is to make this sound like fucking Doom guitars, bruh. Alright. Alrighty. So now we're going to get one of these and we're going to make a synth out of it just so I have it for the bass. Because I don't feel like guessing notes today. You know what I'm saying? Let's function. Where is it? Edit. There it is. Cool. I don't feel like guessing notes today, you know? I did enough of that yesterday. I did enough to, like, in this stream, I've done enough. So there you go. These are the MIDI notes for the guitars. I've actually really been, I've been watching a lot of, like, Chris Bedden, in case you guys don't know who he is. And he uses, like, these, what is it called? The AXURE MIDI guitars. Is that right, Steven? I've actually really been considering getting them. Just because they sound fucking cool, man. It's fucking cool. And MIDI guitars have come a long way from the day of what was the Obsidian or whatever? Man, those guitars sound sick. I'm honestly really considering it. Really considering getting some MIDI guitars. It's so nice. You don't have to, like, reach over and, like, pick up your guitar, you know? At least for, like, demoing purposes. And then, like, what I would probably end up using it more is for, like, guitar layers. Because realistically, if I had, like, an Evertune guitar, I would be dead happy, you know? If I had, like, an Evertune, Jackson, or a Schecter or whatever, it'd be great. I would use it all the time. Because I don't got to worry about, like, you know, tuning and shit. It just kind of, like, does its thing. But yeah, really considering it. So, anyway, let's go back to bass. Let's figure this out. That's, like, right on the money. All right, good. Sweet. So now we gotta go to here, and we're gonna bring. Why are you being stupid? This is what I'm saying. Like, what? Wait, you're gonna be so stupid? I'm just gonna chop you right there, and you're gonna work anyway. So we're gonna copy these over here, these over here, and these over here, and then we're gonna go with these over here. These are all, like, noise layers. So let's match these up to whatever their corresponding tuning is. So this is a... Dude, that's That smacks. Fucking smacks, bro. I'm so proud of this. When you hit a stupid breakdown, it's just like, wow. When it gives you the stank face, that's when you... Okay, this is the little bell, so I don't even need the sound there. This is, yep, that's in the right octave. That's in the right octave. And that's in the right octave. So, from chorus to this, let's listen to this, Bray. Let's go from the second verse. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. So let's add a little break here so it goes into the... Together. Kind of do like simple breaks for now. Until I get vocals on here. I don't like to overwrite because then when I give it to like one of my artists, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? What do I even put on this? So I like to keep things kind of simple for the writing process. Oh. I'm gonna do da-da, da-da, down. So it's gonna come in like in a half beat. I know they're gonna hate me for this, but whatever. Kind of want that bit of a flow in there. Yeah. Yeah. I fucked up your whole grid. What are you gonna do about it? I have the power. Okay, so I could do that, but I gotta bring this a little bit closer to home. So I gotta bring the snare here so it can make sense. So, which means I gotta slice all this stuff up. And we're gonna bring it over here. Yeah. All right, good. So let me cut this one. Yeah. Let me layer this with like a crash. All right, sweet. So now that we got this going, let me split this one here. Let me, there's no transient there. Split good before I end up confusing myself. So that whole bridge. Move that. Oh, you see I did a stupid, so this one's gotta go here. Maybe I could do something with a little bridge over here. We're at 2 minutes, so this song's gonna be relatively short. But I do want to add some ambient stuff here. This needs stuff here. I might tighten up those drums a little bit now that I have the full riff in place. I might get rid of. Yeah, that's better. That's way tighter sounding. So we're going to copy these over here. And over here, we got to do the little trick over here, but we're going to do... We're going to go here. We're going to do the... Bow. So we're going to go... Actually, that snare might be too early. Did I mess it up? I messed it up. Is it right on the... I think I messed it up. I messed it up. No, how could you, Miguel? Or am I just early? I think I'm just early. Because I could see the hits over here, and I think I'm early. So... Miguel did a stupid. Now I can't figure out how I did it. Yeah, so it should be there. Yeah, that should be the right snare. It just sounds weird to me, probably, because it's like I'm throwing it off time a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's just me being stupid. There you go. I haven't written like progressive often. I mean, Joanne, when's the last time we actually sat down and wrote like progressive metal stuff? It's been a while, so. Evertune once wasn't a fan of getting it set up. I know, I've heard the setup is kind of a pain in the balls, but for me, it would be kind of more of a studio guitar. So keeping it a one tuning wouldn't really be a problem. because I keep all my guitars in drop D anyway, and I just down tune. So I mean, I wish I had the luxury of having like, you know, a 6, a 7, and an 8 string, but realistically, I kind of don't want that many guitars. All right, so let's jam this. Yeah. I'm kind of digging it. I'm digging the digs. All right, so let's add a little bit more ambience to this part here. I know that we got all this stuff going on. I don't know why I have 2 of these that are the same. I don't need 2 of them that are the same. But let's add some pads to this. I might just end up using... we might end up using the arpeggiator in all textures actually. So let's do something really weird here. Let's find like a pad. Oh my god, that could be like the lead to the breakdown. Or after the breakdown. So... let's find the chords that work for this. Let's go to higher octave. Let's try using the arpeggiator to see what we come up with. I know where I'm in D minor. So let's figure out what we're doing over here. Let's go to scale. Let's turn that on. That's cool. That's one that kind of fits. Is there a diminished Arabic? No, so let's go to let's go. I'm gonna rate to the bass guitar. It's gonna be probably the best. Yeah, it opens. Okay, so it closes on that note. So perfect. So it closes on this. As if I could drone a D in the background the whole time. I don't want this to be like super loud. I just want it to be kind of like a texture in the back. Let me tone this down a little bit more though. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get a little what with the chords. A lot of reverb. Barra. Sweet. I think after that, just straight chords, we should be fine. I'm going to add like a little throw over here. Kind of feel like it needs a little throw, you know what I'm saying? Like a little throw. Kind of like this one. Sweet. And then we're going to add a snare bomb there because you need a snare bomb, bruh. What's metal without a snare bomb, you know? Is it even metal if you don't have a snare bomb, bruh? Oh, that was like a fine one. All right, so serum, not serum, Splice doesn't have one, so I'm just going to find one. I know I have one here somewhere. Snare bomb. There it is. This is my snare bomb. Yeah, so we get crazy with noise. Jesus. How long is this thing? Where's the actual hit? There it is. Jesus Christ. I went a lot on this when I made it, huh? Alright. I'll use one of my snare bombs. And the snare hits here. I want it to be here where it like lingers. So it needs to end here. So it would be Bruh. Destruction has come uponeth. Destruction has come uponeth, everybody. It's crazy, bruh. All right, so let's see. Let's jam it from the top. I'm kind of happy with where it's at. I think just a couple more things on the chorus at the end of it. Hitting into the chorus, but we'll figure it out. I might retrack these guitars for the chorus. I'm gonna see if I can bring some kind of element from the chorus over here. Let's see what elements I could bring from the chorus over here. You know, sometimes you gotta do stuff, you know? I think this song is just chorus, my boy. I'm thinking about adding like a last part breakdown. It goes like something like down 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 down, just to like close the song out. So it's gonna be a little proggy, but I think that the whole song kind of like just builds up into like this tension part where it's like the breakdown slaps like, oh shit. So I need something a little bit more, you know, rock. What's up, bruh? Let's jam that breakdown one more time while I set up the guitar, because that breakdown is just dope. Let's go from here, bruh. Yeah, let's get a little crazy with the guitar on that last part. I gotta figure out that little run. I'm not very good at runs, but if we gotta chop it up, we'll chop it up. Where's Tuner? Tuner! And I'm gonna be using the soft pick again. There we go. I'm not really gonna use the E string, so I'm not worried about it, but let's get the something like that. So let's, wow, that's a long ass cymbal. Did you see the length of this cymbal, bro? World's longest cymbal right there, bro. Okay, so, bruh. We got a straight China, you know? So that's with the snare. So I think that's right. Let's see. I don't know, that got so loud. Is it automated? It shouldn't be. Nope. Okay, so let's duplicate this to here. We gotta at least hit like the 3-minute mark, so that should hit it. Close enough. All right, 2 minutes, 2.5. It's good. All right, so let's see. Let's see. Let's mess around with it a little bit. I could just go like full fucking Mick Gordon on this bitch and just hit it with the fucking maybe I'll use a harder pick. Oh, I like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That could have been a little bit tighter. A little bit tighter. Okay. I think that's the ballpark there. No, that slaps, bro. I might do the Chris thing and automate the guitars to like pitch shift somewhere in here, but we're gonna figure that out as we go. All right, so let's get a let me get the MIDI again. Let's go E functions and what I want, Bray. Edit, Bray. Let's create a MIDI stack out of this right here, Bray. Bray. I don't know why it does it for the whole track. Who cares? I don't need the whole track, bruh. I just need this one, bruh. Just need this one, bruh. It's right here, bruh. Choose that one, bruh. All right. So what did we learn last time? They're pretty much all where they belong. So let's go here, here, here. Wow. That sounds absolutely disgusting. Like, in a good way. In a good way. See, okay, I think these are in the wrong pitch. So... something doing like that weird gung gung gung. Let me find that. To this one, so I don't think I'm gonna do that there. And this one's jacked up. This one is gonna be on a root. So this one goes dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. My bad. You go here and you go here. Dun dun dun. Alright, so let me bring these up on the base. That make him harder? Let's see. I didn't even quantize them. How about we quantize stuff, bruh? That's how things sound good. Sweet. All right, so let's see how this. Let's see how this sounds, Bray. Are you trying to mute yourself, Bray? I ain't trying to mute you, Bray. At least not yet. Sick. Sick. Alright, so for the hell of it, I'm going to layer the chorus. If I remember what I did. Okay, that's what I did. So let me just layer that real quick. Let's give that a quick layer right there real quick, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Get that layer in there. Let's get this side, and then I can just copy and paste literally. Okay, sweet. And let's do the same thing here. Perfect pitch these. Yeah, it gives them way more depth. Let's start from here, and then I could just move them all over. We're gonna put these right here in the transient. Oh, this one's kind of fucky, huh? Oh no, it is supposed to start here. So you're the one that's stupid. Ah! You thought you can hide from me, Jeff Fafar, but you cannot. I'm just trying to move these along where the guitars are supposed to follow. I didn't quite quantize it perfectly where I wanted it to, so I gotta do it manually. Yep, and this one goes here. Yep. That's the sound. That is the sound of silence. Not really. Okay, cool. All right, so let me move these over here and stretch this one over here. I got some good fading going on here. Just a little bit there, just a little bit here. Total slappage, bruh. And then we just gotta balance out the mix. And I'll do that some other time when the boy is here. Oh, I just need two. All right, bros. Let's jam the whole thing out one more time. And then we call it a day from there. Woo! That's the jam, everybody. I was doing a little bit of cleanup over here while we were listening back to it, so this thing isn't all over the place. So That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the writing session. I got some more stuff coming up for you. But for now, your boy Miggy is out because your boy is tired. So, thank you guys for joining me. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned something, if you like the jams, go up there or down here, somewhere here in this area, and hit the like, subscribe, share with your friends. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Peace out. But I can't even end the stream because it's screaming.